to another very interesting story that broke today. A story put out by a newswire agency quoting a top executive at Toyota Kirloskar saying that they were halting expansion plans because of high taxes, which they found prohibitive and unfriendly. Well, earlier today, I caught up with Vikram Kirloskar, who's the vice chairman of the Toyota Kirloskar Motor Company, as well as heads the Indian side of that partnership, who clarified his position and also talked about an increased investment this year in the current plants. They're not expanding, but more investment to the tune of 2,000 to 3,000 crore rupees in their current capacities. Listen in.
Perhaps there was a context that was misplaced, but let me just tell you, actually, I'm a large shareholder as an individual of this company, and my partner is Toyota. We are both the only two shareholders in this company. And I've had a lot of discussion with Toyota over the last 20 years. It's not only Toyota Motor that I'm a partner with. I'm also involved in textile machinery, in engines, in transmissions, in forklifts, and insurance. So we're partners across the whole variety of products. And I just like to say that we are fully committed as partners to India. We have worked the last 20 years in developing an infrastructure here. We are in right from suppliers on a green economy to dealers, and we are intending to continue with that kind of effort, as well as the social effort we are doing. There's no question about that, and we will continue to do it. Perhaps I think the issue is in the current situation, we are not using our full capacity. We tend to make larger cars. We don't make many small cars. We are not using our full capacity. Therefore, yes, we may not be investing much in capacity increase, but we are certainly investing in everything else related to the product.
No, that's fine, Mr. Kirloskar. I understand your commitment to India and the Indian market. The quotes in the story also doesn't say that there is a lack of commitment. It talks about a specific pain point which hampers foreign players, and I'm sure not just foreign players, from expanding further. And that is the high incidence of tax. Now, is that a problem that you face?
Well, I think the industry has been talking generally about the high taxes in the auto sector. I think at every meeting we've had, even from when the COVID crisis has started to earlier, we have talked about high GST taxes. It's not only for foreign companies per se. It is for all. I think it's for all companies. It's a common issue. But I understand the tax situation in India as well. We have to collect taxes from somewhere. We have to meet the budget somewhere. So it's a little bit of a yes, the taxes are high compared to a lot of other places. But I don't think that's I don't think I'm getting a message saying go back or something like that.
You mentioned very briefly in your response that you are not expanding further. Is that an impact of the current economic scenario, or?
We are not expanding capacity further. But let me tell you, this year we are going to be investing between 2,000 to 3,000 crores in new technology and new upgrades, and we are investing into electrification, which we will sell not only in India but export around the world. So that's this year. We have just got approvals to go ahead and do that.
What is your current
it's the total volume capacity I'm not expanding, but the other stuff in the plant in terms of technology, in terms of export, and everything else we are investing.
So what is your current capacity utilization, Mr. Kirloskar?
Sorry, our plant utilization is, we have two plants. Our plant one is probably closer to 70, 80%, 90%. The second plant is 20, 30%.
Okay, so, at a time when the auto story seems to be turning around and, we're hearing about sales pick up, the sector may be having turned a corner. Is that what your experience has been as well, or has it been contrary to what the overall narrative is?
No, I will look at the retail sales every month. I look at the retail sales every month, and I see the retail order booking and the retail sales are increasing every month. We are doing better month on month. September will be much better retail. I think it'll be a surprisingly
Let me come to a specific
for us compared to what my expectations were.
I wanted to come back to you on a specific point on taxes in just a bit of detail, because as you said, this is a demand not just from one or two players, but from the industry overall. There was some mention of it by the finance minister that maybe there is merit to the argument that at least smaller passenger vehicles and two-wheelers, etc., do not deserve to be taxed at the highest level possible. Is there any hope that you have for a reduction in taxes, and do you think that we can see a real recovery in the auto sector without some of these taxes being paid? I want to just quote from that article which has made all the headlines, where Mr. Vishwanathan is quoted as saying, "You'd think the auto sector is making drugs or liquor." I mean, what do you say to that? Is that the kind of sentiment out there in the auto industry, that we are being penalized unnecessarily?
No, I don't think that's a fair statement. I think in the current situation, if I was government, I cannot reduce taxes. We already are running short. Government is not able to pay GST back to the states. There's a shortage of tax collection. I don't think it's possible, really, frankly, in all seriousness, to expect anything of a tax increase.